Richard, I have nothing left to say. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very proud to stand here as the national president of Hadassah, the 26th national president of Hadassah. And when I was first installed, I was asked by the media, what are your goals? And I had one. And my goal was to recapture the positive definition of the word Zionism. Of HWZOA, Hadassah, the Women's Zionist Organization of America, and as the former coordinator of the PRAISE Division, P-R-A-Z-E, an acronym for Programming, Advocacy, Zionism, and Education, I enthusiastically encourage you to join Hadassah's online and in-person national conversation called Defining Zionism in the 21st Century. What is the definition of Zionism? Is it the traditional, the right of the Jewish people for self-determination in their historic homeland, or is it more? Did it actually end in 1948 with the establishment of the state? Or is it, as the 120 years of Zionism display in Ben Gurion Airport proclaims, Zionism is an infinite ideal? I prefer the latter. While many Israelis integrate Zionism throughout their daily lives, Americans, and especially the younger generation here in the United States, believe that the need for classical Zionism ended with the founding of the State of Israel. Hadassah therefore decided to gather together thought leaders from a wide range of perspectives and record video clips of their conversations to help all Americans and those well beyond our borders wrestle with what Zionism means today to them in our modern world. Our Defining Zionism in the 21st Century, an online speakers forum, is now much more than a social media platform. It is a safe place, a safe space for people of all ages and backgrounds to explore their doubts, concerns, get answers to their questions regarding our beloved State of Israel and what Zionism can mean today in our hectic, fast-paced world. Our wide range of speakers include Muslims, Christians, Israelis, Americans, rabbis, thought leaders on the far left and on the far right, and everything in between. In 2018, we plan to grow our panel conversations to include partnerships between Israelis and Palestinians. Clips of these conversations, which are available at no charge, can be found on our website and on social media. All have been video recorded, some in front of an audience, and some are panels. All are individuals who are important contributors to our Zionist conversations. Zionism has a different meaning to each and every person. While some of our volunteer leaders, close to 10,000 throughout the United States, may use these video clips at the beginning or as the core centerpiece of a program or meeting, others have created an entire program with a live panel in their local communities, thus helping audiences identify what resonates most with them. Hadassah has also created, for our leadership, discussion guides to supplement these panels so that a conversation can continue well beyond the actual program. Just as we encourage our families to use dinner time as an opportunity to share values and discuss what is happening in their personal space and the larger world, so must we use our dinner tables and informal conversations with our colleagues and friends to explore Zionism and truly find a path for listening to those with whom we disagree. While Zionism was a topic that united Jews for many years as we prayed for our collective dream of realizing a homeland in Eretz Israel, many younger Jews today feel that now we have a homeland, we don't need to deepen our commitment to Zionism. Well, the Hadassah Medical Organization, HMO, has always been a practical model of the Zionist dream for all people, regardless of faith or religion, working side by side as equal partners in the healing of all who need our attention. This model needs to be more deeply incorporated into our discussions about Zionism so that people view and experience Israel as a beacon of hope and peace for all. As part of moving in that direction of creating a conversation where all Jews can share a voice, Hadassah was thrilled to co-brand with the IAN, the Israel Action Network, to update our How to Talk About Israel guide in January of 2015. The guide was originally intended to help our members and leaders talk about Israel, whether at their Shabbat table, with a neighbor on the sidewalk, or a colleague at work around the coffee machine. However, the guide can be used by all of us. For example, parents of college-age children, the college students themselves, or anyone who is committed to speaking about Israel intelligently. I urge you to take the 38-page guide, which includes 8 pages of various role plays and several sections on combating BDS, including 18 ways to counter BDS and promote the legitimacy of Israel. So whether around our dinner tables, our offices, at community programs, or on university campuses, we are often involved in discussions about Israel. And the central messages in this guide are based on studies and focus groups conducted by some of the nation's leading public opinion researchers and communications strategists. We have to create an open space. It's an imperative, safe space to dialogue about the democratic values we share and how to agree to disagree, and then perhaps to agree respectfully. To accomplish this, we must first understand the views of some Americans regarding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And to that end, we are working hand in hand with the Hartman Institute. Hadassah was designated as the only organization who would be trained by the staff of the Hartman Institute, and we are not rabbis. I want to tell you a quick story, and I promise it will be quick. It happened on Monday, when I was in Jerusalem at HMO's Ein Kerem campus attending the Hadassah International Leadership Conference with representatives from across the globe. We were addressed by Julie Ben-Benishti, a Jewish senior disaster management nurse who obtained her degree in 1978. And Akram Saeed Ahmad, a male Arab Israeli nurse in a predominantly female profession, the head nurse of the imagery department, born in 1979. Get it? Got it? They are examples. They are role models of what coexistence really means. They are responsible for creating an NGO on nurses in the Middle East, which was honored at the United Nations CSW Commission on the Status of Women for its theory-based caring for people based on science to make social change. It is in Hadassah's DNA to treat Jews, Arabs, and Palestinians together by teams of professionals that reflect that same diversity. And how is it possible to treat everyone equally? It is by embracing the opportunity to treat both sides, patients and staff, as bridging the borders to peace. When asked if attitudes change, what is the impact? Julie gave an example of her time spent fighting with security at the Gaza Strip border to allow a patient to come through to be treated. She understands that safety and security of her country is paramount, but there are times when she also views that security as keeping her patient from her. A patient, as she said, who politically hates my country, but socially loves my country. That's practical Zionism in action. I encourage you to make Zionism a topic of frequent conversation. Let us spread the news that Zionism was not just a movement to bring our people home, but it is and infinite, eternal ideal that is as much for today as it will be for all our tomorrows.